I got this comment on a video I made yesterday about a common crypto scam. This is happening to me right now. I don't understand how our crypto can be moved if it can be tracked, and there's proof of purchase with dates. Paula, I'm so sorry that you're going through this, but I'm going to try and explain it as clearly as possible. We're talking about two different things here: tracking and control. Even if we can see the money, most of the time you can't get it back. On a public blockchain like Bitcoin, everything is auditable. We can see the trail. We can see the time of your transaction. We can see the amount. We can see wallet addresses involved. And in one sense, the different node operators whose computers give life to the Bitcoin network because they do the work of actually processing transactions and broadcasting them to the other nodes and updating the ledger we share, they're like branches of a bank. But a public blockchain isn't owned or controlled by any one company like your bank is. There's no customer support desk that says, oh, wow, one of our node operators approved a scam transaction, let's reverse it. And it's not necessarily the node operator's fault that they approve a bad transaction. They didn't get duped into approving a transaction. They don't even have any idea why a transaction is occurring. And that's part of what makes crypto good. A transaction doesn't get approved because some owner somewhere is deciding whether or not it's morally right. It gets approved because it's cryptographically valid. Remember, the crypto in cryptocurrency stands for cryptography. The same way that you might have a key to the mailbox at your apartment that makes it so only you can send or receive mail. On networks like Bitcoin, every transaction can only be signed or authorized by one private key. The same way that giving someone your mailbox key will let them control your mailbox, giving someone your crypto private key or the seed phrase that derives it, it gives them total control. The scammers either trick you into giving them your seed phrase and your keys, or they convince you to authorize a transaction that reassigns ownership of those assets to their key. For any request, all the node that receives the request is doing is checking whether or not the transaction is valid. They're the lock. Only the right key opens the lock. I don't care who's holding the key, if you're gay, straight, black, white, Democrat, or Republican, if you want to use this for good purposes or bad purposes, that's not what it's asking. It's just asking, is this the right key for this lock? If the node sees a valid signature, which is, the act of signing a transaction is like the act of unlocking the lock, it authorizes your request. It broadcasts it to the rest of the network. And if all those computers